Tell us the circumstances of the second degree battery.
The first one,
Mhm.
you know, I hit him and kicked him, I think. Pretty sure.
Mr. Chevalier, good morning.
Good morning.
How old are you?
37.
And how long have you actually been incarcerated on this charge?
August, make 10 years flat.
You're classified as a second felony offender, Mr. Chevalier. Your prior conviction was also a crime of violence. It was a second degree battery, and you were on probation for that battery.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us the circumstances of the second degree battery.
The first one,
Mhm.
just at a party and drinking and things got out of hand.
Then got a hand and explain what you did.
Well, somebody was trying to start a fight, and I said, that ain't the way you start a fight. And I hit old boy, and it just kind of, kicked him. I hit him and kicked him, I think. Pretty sure.
You did. You
Yes, ma'am.
punched the victim in the face. He fell on the ground, and both you and your brother kicked him repeatedly, including in his head. And he was finally able to roll under a vehicle to get away from the situation.
Yes, ma'am.
Remember?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. The offense that you're in prison for, aggravated battery and possession of meth, the aggravated battery involved your then girlfriend, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you briefly tell us what you did in that case?
Well, I kind of lost control that night. I don't really remember what all happened. But I know we got way out of hand. I hit her and cut her hair off, and
You sexually assaulted her.
no, ma'am.
You denied sexually assaulting her with a broken baseball bat.
No, ma'am.
You deny using your fist to sodomize her.
No, ma'am.
Okay. What do you say happened?
I was watching I had a little camera system at the house. I got back to the house. She was nowhere to be found. And I was sitting in the recliner watching the camera system I had. And she comes through the front door. I grab her up by the hair of the head, cut her hair off. And actually, when I cut her hair, she threw her hand up and I cut her hand a little bit.
Why would you cut her hair off?
I don't have a clue. I was really messed up on drugs and I was on steroids. It's just a rage, I guess, ma'am.
And what happened after you did that?
We went and got in the truck and rode up the road and came back, and she got out the truck and I left.
Why did you get in the truck to ride up the road?
Because she was out in the woods with somebody. I didn't know who. I thought she might have been, I don't know, to be honest with you.
What happened is she got away from you, ran and hid in the woods until somebody came along and took her to a convenience store where she could call for help. And she was so afraid that even when she got to the convenience store, she locked herself in the bathroom and would not come out until the police convinced her that they were law enforcement. And then she came out and she reported what you had done to her.
That's one story.
That's what the police wrote in the police report, and they were there at the convenience store. They were the one who talked her out of the bathroom.
I do not know what happened after I left the house. I know what happened when I was there, and I don't know nothing about after the fact, ma'am.
I see that you went through Steve Hoyle for substance abuse treatment in 2021.
Yes, ma'am. Well, I learned a lot of things. I learned about the 27 factors. I learned the anger management, the 4 Qs on anger management. I took the GED program and with the COVID and everything, I could not, get my GED there because of COVID.
Where are you currently housed?
At Catahoula Correctional.
They don't have a GED program at Catahoula?
No, ma'am.
Do they have any programs at Catahoula?
I took everything Miss Stevenson would let me take. I took victim impact, anger management.
Tell me about victim impact.
Victim impact showed me a lot of stuff. It showed me about the hurt I showed on both sides of our family, the family of the victim and my family, that should nobody deserve to get hurt. A lot of more sides to what's going on in your life. You hurt a lot more people.
You have not had sex offender treatment, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. I have not.
Your charge isn't listed as a sex offense, but factually it involves sexual assault. Warren, is there anything you can tell us about Mr. Chevalier?
Ma'am, he's a good old boy. He do what he supposed to do and stuff like that. He don't get in no trouble around here.
That's all I have, Mr. Johnson.
Mr. Chevalier, is there anything you'd like to say to us before we vote?
Yes, ma'am. I've been down a long time. I've been in jail more than I have since I turned 18. My mother, my family, I've got nephews and nieces I don't even know, and it's killing me. I wasted so much of my life over one mess up one night. I wish I could take that night back, but I can't. That's all I got to say.
All right, I think we're prepared to vote. Mrs. Jackson?
Mrs. Chevalier, this is a very troubling case. You have a history of really extreme violence, starting with your first conviction, where you and your brother kicked that young man repeatedly in the head, and he had to hide under a truck to protect himself. And then what happened to Ms. Chevalier is really terrible. You've done substance abuse treatment, but I really think you need to do sex offender treatment, because there was some terrible things done to this of a sexual nature. And I think that until you address those issues, I will not feel comfortable voting in favor of you. So I'm going to deny you, but recommend that you maybe go back to Steve Hoyle for their sex offender treatment program. So my vote today is to deny.
Mr. Freeman?
I concur.
My vote is the same. I saw you the last time you came up, and I still have the same concerns. My vote today also is to deny. We will make the recommendation, though, that you be moved somewhere where you can get the sex offender treatment.
I'm gonna deny it.
Good luck to you, sir.
I'm gonna